Hello, today is August 22nd, 2016. It is 6:18 p.m. And so I'm going to go ahead and build a show drive. Now let's go ahead and look inside this crate. This will be the crate that I'll put the show drive in. And as you can see, I have some clear elastic bands, hopefully you can see that, that I'll be using to band these rods together. Now these rods will support the panels, the acrylic panels for the show drive, as you can see here, as you can see inside, hopefully. So basically, I'm going to have a very transparent, very clear structure upon which we will carry the show coils, which will look like this. This is what the show coils will look like from the side profile. I'm going to be nailing this to a plywood board as a template to go ahead and, get the coils wound. But first and foremost, I need to go ahead and make this. Actually, I just want to glue, first of all, these three nuts over there. They're square nuts, and I have to glue them on in advance because it will take some time for them to cure. Then I'll make the show coils quickly thereafter. It might take me an hour or 2 or 3 or hopefully not 4. But that will be probably the longest part, and the rest shouldn't take that long afterwards. Okay? So I'm also going to do some measurements while I do the show coil winding and so forth. So let's go ahead and that's inductance and resistance measurements I'm talking about. Alright, so I don't need this yet, but I do need to make, to precision glue the panels, the square nuts on the shaft. So let me just go ahead and get some of these plywood panels here, so I can go ahead and get started with this. Okay, this will prevent the thing from falling through. Okay, go ahead and put this around here. It's going to get a little bit hot, so let me just go ahead and open this window. Okay, so I need to clamp this, so I have these 3-inch clamps from Harbor Freight. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop this in here to start with. These are C-clamps. Just to quickly put this on here. Okay. So there it is. So I have this drawer here, up here. And let me go ahead and tilt the camera down so you can see things better. And let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit. Tilt it down and zoom it in. Okay. Okay. So anyway, alright, so when the sun goes down, you'll probably be able to see some of this better. Alright. So there it is, first drawer, got some rubber bands. I actually have these elastics over here, the clear elastics, which I'll be using instead. And let me just go ahead and put this drawer out for you. So this is the first drawer. I got my elastics, a multimeter. Actually, this is a inductance capacitance meter, LC meter. There are rubber bands. Some of these packages here. These will be some of the hooks that I'll be using to hook up the coils onto the acrylic panel. This will be a little spool thing that I'll have hooked up over here to help wind the show coils, because there's a hole, so you can see the holes inside that. Okay. The hammer to hammer the nails to the template that we'll be putting here and all that. So yeah, this is the other acrylic panel down here. And sandpaper, yada yada. This is the tubing bender that I'll be using. This is from Harbor Freight. It will help me to build the show coils. And I've got a wire stripper as well for certain things. Some WD-40 for the tubing bender to make it smoother when I operate it. And some of the clamps these clamps will hold the copper coils when I fold them to make it look nicer. Okay, so that's the first drawer. Now the second drawer here has got some Neo magnets. Now, I don't want to bring it too close to the camera because it's going to have a strong magnetic field. Don't want to erase anything, so credit card in my pocket or whatever. Okay, so this is the second drawer, and so I got my gloves over here. That'll be actually going to this drawer first because I'm going to be working on the shaft that I have in the crate at the moment, which is that rod's still in there. But anyway, these are some brackets I'll be using on the magnets to keep them horizontally contained as the show drive rotates. Now this is a little magnetic viewing film to measure the magnetic transitions where it goes from north to south. Some additional plates and so forth. Some wrenches to help tighten things up, like these nuts over here. These are some hex nuts, and also have some square nuts. So this is actually what I will be needing. So I'll go ahead and put this in my working bucket here. This is my working bucket. And of course, need my gloves. I'll put them there. This at some point. So actually, I'm only going to be gluing this right now, so I don't need all this. I'll just need the glue. This is that is the red glue, Red Locker red glue. So I will be sticking to that for now, and so on. Get these magnets over here. What it is right now. May as well keep the gloves out here. And then this thing here, I still don't have the battery inside. So this thing, I needed the batteries in here, didn't I? Okay, let me hold on a second. Okay. Let's see here. Alright, so I had it here, didn't I? I need the magnetic pole detector. Where are my batteries? Oh, those things, duh. Alright. It's over there. Okay, yeah, so here are the batteries that I'll be using for the magnetic pole detector over here. Now if I can find the magnetic pole detector. Good. Let's see here. There it is. Okay, so yeah, I said I was going to work on that shaft, but I still got to work on this too. So may as well prepare this in advance. So these are LR44, A76, pretty much the same thing. You both say Energizer, A76. Let's go ahead and pop these in here. So we needed like 4 of these. All right, so oh, good. Don't even know what direction it's supposed to be at. B plus. Okay, so it's going to take a while just to set up these batteries. Okay, there's another one. Probably just pop this out of here, it's simpler. Okay, there's another one, and one more. So let's go ahead and work with that. Let's go ahead and close this. Now to close it, we need the thing to latch it up. It's not over there. go ahead and take this over here. Lost this one. Oh, there it is. Okay. Alright. So this is our magnetic pole detector. Right. So don't need these. I'm just going to go ahead and screw or glue these on. Alright. So I'll just stick to those two drawers right now. I'm going to go ahead and get this taken care of. Here's my ruler. And got my rod. And another thing I'll need is, okay, so get these. Get some of these screws. Don't exactly need that yet. So let's go ahead and put these on. But we're going to go ahead and glue a certain part of this rod as we get in here. So, in order for this to work right, we're going to have to make sure that these are lined up the way I want them. So, let's see here with these. I wonder what happens when I turn one backwards. See what happens. Maybe it'll be closer to flush. So let me go ahead and see what happens if I turn this one backwards. Middle one backwards. Will this be better? We'll see. Well, not really. Nope. So obviously we're going to have to glue this quite well. Keep it all facing the same direction. Or we could have the middle one pointing one way and matching one of the other sides, so that way from looking at from one side or the other it's going to look the same, because these square nuts are not exactly symmetrical across their thickness. Okay, so here's my little template here. That I'll be using. go ahead and put this over here. And get a general idea of where I want this. Okay, so what I'm going to have is some extra square nuts on the sides just to balance this. Another square nut on this side to balance it. Okay, so the way I want to do this, I just want to make sure that this is centered properly. So here is my Thread Locker Red 271 glue, and this will be used on these threads here in order to lock these in place. So matching it over here. Let's go ahead and pour this thing in here. Ever open this? I don't think I ever opened this, so I'm going to have to go ahead and open this for the first time. Pressure. So that thing popped out quite a bit, so let me just go ahead and take care of that little cap that popped out, if I can find it. Nope. Oh, there it is. There's the bead. Alright. So let's go ahead and put this here. But first, which side do I actually want facing to the front? Probably this one here. So I should leave it like that. Back side over here, front side over here. Let's go ahead and kind of put this stuff over here. So, that should be plenty for our glue, but I'm not sure if that's true. So, we're going to go ahead and run this through a couple times. Make sure we've got a good idea how we're doing this. Run this through, kind of smear it this way, back and forth. Okay, so I need another rotation. That's good, right? Okay, that looks right. I don't know, we need another one. Another quarter. That looks right. Let me go ahead and bring this in some. going to smooth out. Rotate the other way. You know, I probably should add a little bit more here. Bring in some here. This way. Because I want full coverage. And then other side as well. Over here. Drop some over here. Alright, so I went ahead and glued these parts over here. Okay. So this is going to have to cure for a while. So with this in here, pop this back in. And just for the instructions, let's read them as far as how long we should let this dry. If you can possibly read that, I don't think you might be able to. So if I stand on front of it, yes you can probably. Alright. So make sure parts are clean and dry. They were. Shake well before use. Apply Loctite high strength thread locker to threaded area and assemble parts. Product sets in 20 minutes and cures fully in 24 hours. Note, Loctite thread locker is designed for metal parts. It is not to be used in connection with plastic. Cured product must be heated to 500 degrees Fahrenheit before parts will separate, or 260 degrees Celsius. So that's good. So we won't have that problem. So again, it sets in 20 minutes and cures fully in 24 hours. All right. So let's go ahead and put this back in here. Pop this over here. Okay, keep this level. I'm going to go ahead and clean some of this. It's the best way to do this. Here's something here. Dress this thing, make it nice. Aside from that, just cleaning the rod. Okay. Alright, so let me go ahead and wash my hands a little. Got a 10 decibel gain over here, huh? Let me, maybe I should reduce the gain on this. This is a bit much. There we go. Is that better? All that time is such high gain volume. Yeah, that's messed up. Okay, so, what else? Okay. Alright, so, let me do that again. Let's keep it consistent. There we go. How's that? This is too much. Okay. Alright, so now we're gonna have to make a tube. We're gonna make our winding jig. So one of the things we're going to do is get this mailing tube here. So this is our mailing tube. I'm going to go ahead and cut this to the specified length. This mailing tube is 2 1/4 inches across, and I'll be using this to help wind my coils. Now, one of the things I need to do is to figure out this shape here. Exactly how long should I expect this shape to be? For the blue and or the red sections. So the way I'm going to do that's really simple. I'm going to get a curved ruler. So I'm going to get my curved ruler down here. And form my shape. Or, instead of the curved ruler, I could go ahead and on the computer to calculate how long this should be. Let's go ahead and zoom out. HDMI. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and calculate this thing. So there's the computer there. I'm just going to do a quick calculation here for the S.H.O drive. And I'm off the internet, so it's going to show a little message here. Let's see here. S.H.O schematic plot. Okay, so there's my S.H.O schematic plot. Oh, that's the old one. Where are ya? Magnetic fields of energy, video times. Okay, Joker. How come I forgot to do this? S.H.O coil plot maker, that's the one. Okay, so let me go ahead and what I need to do is calculate the sum of the lengths of the segments here. This shouldn't take too long. Alright, so this one, so square of this difference plus the square of this difference okay, and then like so, and this will be in inches. So based on this, the sum appears to be 18 inches. 18 inches in all. But the coil is going to have a certain thickness. Alright, so just making sure, square of the difference plus square of the difference and the square root of that. So 18 inches there. But we could probably add another inch, maybe 19 inches. 20 inches would be nice as well. could probably do 20. Okay, so let's go ahead and pop back over here. Did you even see any of that? I don't know if you did. Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and pop it back over here. Alright, so we want something like 20 inches on this curve, although it really requires 18 inches. Probably want to, no, I don't need to do that. Okay. So let's go ahead and bring this back over here. Let's give this a little support. So for the 20-inch measurement, I'm going to have to, let's go ahead and center this video here. A little bit. We'll go ahead and put this over here, over here. Keep this phone plugged in. I might lift this view a little bit. $20 inches. Seems as it is right now, we've got a nice little mark over here on the tube. How should we do this? So we really needed only 18, but we could probably put an extra inch on each side. It's not going to really hurt the model. So 20 or that's could you 19 and a half. let's do 20. Let's do 20 inches. Let's do this mark here. Okay. So here is that mark I talked about over there. If you can see, there's that mark. It's already on the tube. And we're going to go ahead and cut it right over there to make our winding parts for this, for the coils. We're going to be winding some coils. Okay. Also need to secure these sides, or at least just one of them. So let's secure this side over here. Secure this side. And that should be enough. My gloves. It's cardboard, don't need a dust mask. It's crazy. Right? So turning this over, sliding it over there. That's probably it. Let's go ahead and do this. Okay, good. Just making sure there's no hidden tubes in there. Here's some paper. Let's zoom out a little bit. Okay, so this is our tube. It's a little bit over 20 inches, I think, or about 20 inches. It's going to be tube exact. Just over 20. Just over 20 inches. So now what are we going to do? We're going to go ahead and make our spool. So I need some nails and some hammer. And I'm going to go ahead and hammer some of these nails onto this tube. Some of that glue still on here. Let me go ahead and wipe this off. Isopropyl wipes, alcohol. Gain still on mic. Okay. Alright, so what else? Just need 4 nails. So the first nail can go basically anywhere on this tube as long as it's close to the edge. I'm going to go ahead and make sure I got my gloves on for a better hold on this. Let's go ahead and zoom in. Where's the other glove? There it is. Okay. That's straight enough. Okay. So what I need is something like gap, a 1/4 inch or so gap over here. Is that enough? No, we need more, right? For each S.H.O coil, it's going to be like a 1/4 inch, 1/3 inch or so So let's go ahead and put it over here. Two nails on that side, 2 nails on the other side. I actually need more than that. I need 2 nails on the other sides. So what we're going to do, take a rigid rod like this, kind of like draw a line on the tube to give us a good idea of where to nail the other ones. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. Alright, so those are those 2 sides there. Nice. I could have done it like that. Let's go ahead and straighten this out. Actually, that looks fine. Let's go ahead and do another one. Let's go ahead and let's try this again, a little bit closer. Nope. Alright. So those ends over there for our spool. Got 2 nails over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do another 2. Okay. I have the rubber bands. There it is. There. That doesn't sound good. Alright, so this is kind of like my jerry-rigged spool over here that I'll be using to wind around, wrap around the copper. But I need to get some saran wrap to prevent damage to the copper. Let's go ahead and put some rubber bands around this one. Keep it really simple. So there's some protection on that side, and what else? The other side. That's good. Okay. So now we want to go ahead and hook up the spool, a spool, to this desk. So we need something here. This. We need the square nuts somewhere. Alright. Now, it might be a good idea to put the spool on first. So let me go ahead and turn this around for you, so you can see what is going on. So just like the hole over here, there's a hole through which this goes through, and this will be my spool. And just for extra security, I'm going to put some square nut down here. There's my spool. Let's see if this is actually the way I want to have it. Okay, good. That makes sense. Now here comes the hard part. Winding this nicely. Let's go ahead and put some of this back. This back. Don't need this anymore. Alright, so I have to be holding this kind of well. Let's keep this centered for now. Now, of course, it doesn't make too much sense to do it that way, or does it? We can have. Okay, so this is going to be our spool. I'm going to go ahead and wind something here, around here, so on and so forth. Where do I want this to be? Okay, so the place where this is going to come out, it's going to be somewhere over here, or where exactly? But I imagine a fold, coil, S shape. Going to come out in the center or the ends? The ends would make more sense. So this is the wire I have. Just want to make sure that I fold this well. Okay. Minimal bends. So the odds are if I try to straighten this more, then it will actually be less straight. And it's probably going to be easier to have this removed. Over here. Let's go ahead and we should poke this into this wood here to keep it inside. So let's go ahead and actually we need to hammer another hole here. And we're going to stick the end of this copper wire into that hole. Now, I do need a good amount of wire though, first of all, coming out of here. So the question is, how much wire do I want coming out of here? 20 inches would be ample. But let's look at the crate. So, this is the crate over here. And we need some extra wire to go into the crate. 14 inches would be plenty. So would 10. We could do 10-inch extra, 8-inch extra. 8 inches would be like a little bit more than halfway. No, 10 inches, 12 inches. You could do a foot of wire. The wire would come out this side, and like a foot of wire is plenty. Foot of wire would be plenty. 10 inches would be good. Let's look at the ruler. So there's your 12 inches. Imagine 3 inches there and another 3 inches. 6 would be too short. 8, so it's pushing it. 10 seems really good. 10 seems about right. We'll redo 12. Let's do a foot, just to be sure. Foot of extra wire on each side. Okay. Right. Did the ruler go anywhere? Okay, so let's go ahead and stabilize this again. See that there's a piece of wire there. Let me see if I can poke this out a little bit. Here's something I want to do first. I want to measure the resistance of this wire. Alright. So I found a little piece of the end of the wire here. And I want to sand this out so that I can reveal the resistance of the wire. We're going to have to get a piece of this in here. Let's go ahead and put our gloves on with a sandpaper. Where's the scissors? bit easier if I just do it with my regular fingers. You know what? Maybe I should try something else. I do have a wire stripper. 12 gauge. It doesn't really make sense the way I'm doing it. Is that how you do it? Maybe I have the wrong sandpaper. Well, that was watchable. taking a long time to remove. I think what I'll need to do later is get grittier sandpaper, because obviously this isn't really efficient, or maybe I'm just taking too long with this. Press, drag, press, drag. this should be good enough for that. I could sand this one quickly. You know what, I've got this. Maybe this will be easier. Alright, hopefully this will be easier. Wow. Gee, what a concept, huh? Alright. Now refine this. Okay. So let's go ahead and measure. First of all, we can measure the inductance. No, let's measure the resistance first. That's just not this one. This one. this out the way. Alright, so we got ourselves a resistance here for this one coil. Let's go ahead and show that to you. So the resistance of this coil let's go ahead and do some more. Let's see if that made any difference. Okay, that looks a lot better. Okay, so here's our reading. It's on the 2 ohm setting over here, and the reading is 0.195 ohms. Okay, and so according to the spool here, I've got a 12 gauge 100 feet coil, and it's 2 pounds. 12 gauge, that's American wire gauge, 100 feet, and 2 pounds of copper. So that's one coil, and the other coil will be the same way. Okay? I'm going to look at the time here. I think I'm going a lot slower than I should have been. It's 8 o'clock, and I've got work to do. At least I know that I'll be using this thing instead to sand. It's this thing. And then of course I could refine it with this. And what else? Let's go ahead and measure the inductance while we're at it. Without the rod and with the rod inside. So, have this over here. Where is it? Oh, yeah, it's over here. Okay. So, let's go ahead and cut this one out here. Alright, so go ahead and cut this over here. Okay. And plug these in. Alright. These alligator clips. Alright. Okay, so let me go ahead and set it to a inductance setting. Okay. So according to this, where I have the steel rod inside the coil, I've got 1.34 millihenries of inductance. That's with the coil wrapped around as it is like that. As you can see, this red prong's connected to the wire of the coil. And this black prong is connected to the other side of this coil, which is inside the spool. So 1.34 millihenries on that setting. On this setting, it's reading 1.036 millihenries. And here it's rounding to 1.3 millihenries. Same as this one, 1.34 millihenries. Okay. Alright. Oh yeah, I have to do an adjustment, of course, right? Don't we? Do an adjustment. Well, here we got 0.00 millihenries as it is already. So connecting it back again over here, and this one over here. Again, 1.35 millihenries. 1.34. Okay. Now what we want to do is remove this rod and see what it's like without it. Okay, so here we have 0.97 millihenries, 0.97, 0.96. When I put the rod in there, it jumps up 1.26 millihenries, and I put some more, 1.36. See, so the inductance drops without the rod in there, 0.96 millihenries, 1.34 millihenries, 1.37, 1.32, and so on. What else? So I got some iron rods. I've got some ferrite rods, that is, to be exact. I just need to dig for them, see what they give us. So here is a ferrite rod. And if I stick this ferrite rod in here, got a good value for this. Here as it is, it says 1.67 for this. Just to show you what's inside of here, let's open this. So here's our ferrite rod, and I do believe I have the data sheet for this. Hold on just a second.
Alright, so I found it.
So these are the specifications for the ferrite rods. These are it's from got it from eBay. Shipped in from the UK. And so it's this one here. So anyways, I don't think I'll be going to finish this today. I've got some other things to do. I've got work to do, to go to. And so I'm just going to leave it like it is right now. I'm going to try to leave it the same way. And so tomorrow when I wind the coil, I'll have all this already. I already have done this. So let's see what else. Could start doing it now. It's 8. If I want to bend this later on, I could have something like this to help me bend it. Example. Oh my goodness. That doesn't look good. So I'm just going to go ahead and stop it right there for now. I'm going to go ahead and finish this probably tomorrow. One more thing. See if this made any sense. Yeah. So I'll be using this plastic piece from the cutout here to assist in my bending. So next time around, instead of using my fingers around a tube only, I can use this to help me. like so. And that feels a lot better. So also I had a way to restrain the wire somehow, so that way there's a better way to straighten this. I think I could use the groove of this ruler to kind of like channel this wire a little bit better before I actually go about doing this. So let's just go ahead and look at this. If I did this, it seems the groove in this ruler is actually a good way to straighten this. Actually, it's a great way. I could just press this on here and then get a good, really good straighten effect. Definitely better than just, wow, that is going to be a good way to do it. So put my ruler here, straighten this here. So whenever this becomes a problem, I can push this against this ruler, have it straighten out. So, and I can turn it and then straighten up the other way too. Assuming that's effective. It does seem to make a little bit of sense at least, to make any corrections. If this ruler was shorter, it would make sense. Go ahead and it'd be nice to have one of those wire straightening tools. I know there's some DIY videos of that. So I really want this to be nice. I don't want it to be wrinkly. It gives you a good idea of how I might straighten the wire with the ruler. And a few tweaks in the hand. So there it is. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this around again. And that should be it for today. Gonna leave this over here, and my rod's going to cure over here. Hopefully it will stick. That should be good. So here's the rod. Seems to be fine over here. So we're just gonna let that cure 24 hours. Measure the resistance and the inductance of this coil, but when we unwind it and we go ahead and do that, and we should be able to take care of this. So it's gonna be about 44 turns or more of copper windings, and that's going to be 4 times as many corners. So if I spend like a minute on each side of the turn, that's going to be like 3 hours. If I do that tomorrow, it's going to take me a while. Let's say I start go at say 4:30. Let's say I start at 5, and then I go all the way to 8 o'clock, and so that would have been 3 hours. But let's say it takes me longer than that, then I'll have to do another video. Let's see here. Leave this over here. This one's fine. Leave this here. Okay. So, what time is it now? So today is Monday, August 22nd, 8:27 p.m. I would like to thank you for your time, and I wish you a wonderful day.